Hello everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Queen Alodianingrum and my study number is E1A025271. Here I will explain about mega corruption worth 300 trillion in trade and the collapse of Bangka Belitung ecology. First of all, I will explain about the background. Indonesia is one of the world's largest tin products. However, this natural resource has become a source of wealth for only a handful of people. There have been allegations of corruption in the tin trade in the mining business license or IUP area of PT Timah Tbk from 2050 to 2022. PT Timah, or a state-owned enterprise, suffered losses, while private smelting companies and third parties reap huge profit. Then I will explain about chronology of incident. Beginnings 2018 to 2019, Harvey Moise, or representing PT Refinit Bangkatin or RPT, contact the then president director of PT Timah to accommodate illegal mining activity in PT Timah AUP area. Several meetings were held, resulting in an agreement to lease smelting processing equipment. This was a cover to legalize illegal tin ore. To make the flow to fund from private smelters to Harvey Party appear legal, a corporate social responsibility or CRR fund was a cover. The funds were channeled through PTQSA or facilitated by Helena Lim before ultimately being enjoyed by the suspect for personal gain or purchasing luxury assets, cars, and land. Third, I will explain about violent laws. The first is primary law or corruption crimes. Article 2, paragraph 1 in conjunction with Article 18 of the Anti-Corruption Law or Law number 31 of the 1999 as amended by Law number 20 of 2001. Any person who unlawfully enrich himself or herself or another person or a corporation in a manner that may harm the state finance or the state economy. And secondary law or money laundering or TPPU. Article 3 of Law number 8 of 2010 concerning the prevention and eradication of money laundering or TPPU. Any person who plays, transfer, differs, spend, pays, grant, deposit, take, abort, change from the off exchange for currency or securities or performs other acts on asset that he or she knows or should reasonably suspect to be the process of crime as referred to Article 2, paragraph 1 with the aim of counseling or discussing the origin of the asset shall be punished for the crime of money laundering with the maximum imprisonment of 20 years and maximum fine 10 billion rupiah. Next, I will explain about legal statement or verdict. Prosecutor demand 12 years in prison. First instance verdict or Central Jakarta District Court, December 2024 sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. Note this sparked public outrage as it was considered to lend for losses amounting to 300 trillion rupiah. Appeal verdict or Jakarta High Court February 2025 sentence drastically increased to 20 years in prison and fine of 420 billion. Supreme Court appeal on July 2025, the Supreme Court rejected Harvey Moi's appeal. This means the sentence remains at 20 years in prison. This is the final decision. 5. Moral values. Corruption is not just about stealing money, but also destroying nature. The losses which 271 trillion out of a total 300 trillion will have to be borne by our children and grandchildren, flaunting personal wealth at the expense of the people suffering and environmental destruction is immoral. Appeals and cassation rulings that increase penalties show that the law can still be strict if it is mentoring by the public. And the last one is conclusion. This case made history as one of the latest losses of the state. Transparency in the management of natural resources is absolutely necessary. Nature is not a legacy from our ancestors, but a gift for our children and grandchildren. Corruption in natural resources is a betrayal of the nation's future. Thank you. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.